All right, so shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by saying Barakathon, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. The honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shout out to the whole few elect, starting with the 144,000, shalom. Excuse me for a second, real fast. All right, so I was watching one of the brothers' lesson earlier, and I seen something about Trump. He was denied nuclear code, so I went and searched it up a little bit, right? And I'm gonna read this, and Lord willing, we'll get into the lesson. I searched it up on ChatGPT as well. So they're saying it's a former CIA analyst who's saying it. They basically trying to say there's no proof behind it, but they say they have pictures of the Army general walking out and like a storming out in like a mad state, whatnot. But Lord willing, we use it for edification purposes, right? But the title of the lesson will be Lord willing, right? So the title will be when Esau's deception don't work, he resorts to his birthright, the sword, right? So right here, this is from France 2:4. It says, was Donald Trump blocked from using the nuclear codes against Iran? This is a video right here, but I didn't play it. So the brother, his lesson, let me go to his page real fast. Right, his page is GMS Shapalraka, right? Title of his lesson is Trump tries to jumpstart World War III. And you can see the video. Well, I'll play. He played. Let me see.
So to speak. It was apparently quite a blow up. There are pictures. No. Release. Okay. All right, so let me play this.
Here it is.
Problems they recognize they've got some problems. They got to try to deal with it. And then there was a report out that they had an emergency meeting Saturday night. And apparently, one report coming out of that meeting at the White House is that Trump wanted to use the nuclear codes, and General Dan Kane stood up and said no. He invoked his privilege as the head of the military, so to speak. It was apparently quite a blow up. There are pictures of Kane coming out of that meeting with his head down to the ground. There's some very, very bizarre things going on in D.C.
Right, so as you can see, right, and I'm going to read a little bit on it, right? It says, was Donald Trump blocked from using nuclear codes against Iran? It's from the show Truth or Fake, right? Just reading it, right? It says, former CIA analyst Larry Johnson alleged on podcast this week that U.S. President Donald Trump wanted to use nuclear codes against Iran during an emergency White House meeting, but that he was stopped by General Dan Kane, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Johnson described the interaction as quite a blow-up. It comes as concern mounts over the U.S. president's unpredictable behavior, as many lawmakers voiced doubts about his mental state. And we understand, so Lord willing, like I said, we use it for edification purposes, right? Very used to the video and any article, things that such we use on try to copyright it. But right, so this made me think, and some of the brothers said as well, like he mentioned how America, America is in shambles right now. By the fact I'm gonna bring out a precept real fast. I really was gonna title it merodach is broken, right? So when you go to Jeremiah chapter 50, Lord willing, right? Jeremiah chapter 50, right? In verse 2, it says, matter of fact, I start verse 1, it says, the word of the Lord Yahweh spake against Babylon, right, which is America today, talking about America, and the land of the Chaldees by the prophet Jeremiah. That's the notes I read, right? He's talking about America, right? It says, declare ye among the nations, and public set up a standard. Public to conceal not. That's what we do. We stand on this. We prophesy the standard, teaching the standard, showing the standard of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We teaching the truth, teaching His word, teaching the righteous way, teaching the righteous name, teaching the righteousness of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? It says, say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. It's going into America's folly. America is at its falling point. America is soon to be done. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob beginning of that follow. And the Most High is slowly tearing them down. Not even slowly, the Most High is tearing them down day by day, right? You know, they're losing their power. They're losing their power, losing their dominance day by day. You know, and the Most High, he's building up. He's building a momentum. He's showing us the signs and wonder of this place going down. You know, right? To soon to where this place is soon to be done, right? You know, and Trump trying to, hey, he trying to keep his dominance. So he trying to, you know, he had the point, because you got to think, this place lived deliciously, right? You know, I was looking into it, but I don't know if they came to agreement about the ceasefire thing. But you know, America ain't used to hearing no. America used to get this way, you know, because the Most High had put the plans in these people's hearts, in these kings' heart to, you know, get their power to the beast. So when they have these meetings, things as such, what America say is what it goes. See, America had lived deliciously for so long, she ain't used to hearing no. Israel 18:7 says how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. She so much torment and sorrow give her, because for so long she's been that spoiled child. Everything she wanted, she got it. Now it's at the point where she loses her dominance, she loses her way. So now when she don't hear what she wants, she don't know how to react. So she gonna resort to her sword. Like a child, when they don't get their way, what they do, they start throwing stuff around, throwing tent. That's what they doing. They say they don't know what's wrong with Trump, you know, right? Ultimately, you know, he's doing those leaks to him to do, and them leaks he's doing what the Most High put his spirit on them to do. It's all fulfilling prophecy. These last weeks we've been telling you, videos been going a lot about prophecy. Things are building up, you know. And one thing you see with these devils, hey, when they can't deceive you, that's what they want to do. They want to go to their sword, right? It says, reward her even as she rewarded you. Oh, Slaki. Verse 7, Slaki. It says, how much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment give her. For she has said in her heart, I said a queen, I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. So she's expecting everything to go her way, you know. And when they don't, when America can't deceive you or trick you no more, what they want to do? They want to go to their sword. I mean, their birthright was that Genesis 37, not mistaken. Right? They was given the sword. That's what they blessed, and that's what it was given. Right? It's how we know Yahushua is soon to come, man, because Yahushua is going to take that sword from them. And they losing their power all over. Their pump is brought down to the grave, man. Right? Oh, it's Genesis 28:37. Like their pump is being brought down, their pride is being brought down. You know? Let's see. What is that? Oh, Genesis 27:38. Right? It says, I start verse 38. It says, Esau said to his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fats of the earth, and the dew from the heaven, and the dew of heaven from above. Because they're blessed with the fats of the earth. You see, they got everything. Here's the point. It says, by the sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother, shall come to pass. When thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Right? So Esau shall live by the sword. You know, but when they was down for those years, right? They was down for those 1,000 years. What they say, the first thing he came out doing was deceiving the people, right? I'll get straight to the point. Revelation 20:7, right? It says, and when when the 1,000 years are expired, saints shall be loosed out of his prison. Talking about Esau, Edom, they were loosed out of their prison, right? They went out bringing down strongholds to this point to where everybody started believing. They deceiving, tricking, lying, speaking blasphemy, changing the pictures, changing the ordinance, right? It says, it shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, right? That's my Russian, right? But the point is, it says, it shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. Soon as they was loosed out, they went out deceiving everybody, right? Gog and Magog, right, which is Russia, to gather them to the great, to gather them to battle, the number of whom was the sand of the sea, Armageddon. Mount of the truth, right? We know there's going to be World War III, where Russia's going to shoot them nuclear missiles on this place, things as such. You know, Ezekiel 38, right? But the point is, they should go out to see the nations which are on the four corners of the earth, right? So the Most High set them up. It was prophecy. The Most High set them up so they could be. Remember, I quoted it, but I'll grab it real fast, right? Revelation 17. Slack it, bear with me real quick. Let's do this. Come on, man. All right, it was Revelation 17, verse 18. Starting at verse 17, it says, for Yahweh have put in their hearts, meaning their minds, to fulfill his will, and to agree to give their kingdom to the beast, to the words of The words of Yahweh should be fulfilled. So the Most High put His Spirit on them to give their words to the beast to fulfill His prophecy. His beast is what? NATO, EU, America, right? It says in the woman, Babylon, America, which thou sawest is that great city, right? Which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So they were set up over the king. Most High caused these people to get their power to America's going to reign over them. Well, now we in that transition period. We in that transition period of Esau going down and Jacob coming up. Well, we know there's a lot of prophecy things that says it has to go down. Jacob trouble, MOTB, World War III, right? See, Trump, he want to resort to his sword because he wanted anybody who come against his plan or knock their plan. He want to get rid of them, right? They ever thought they want to last forever, right? But the thing is, their deception ain't working no more, right? They're losing the minds of people. Remember, government is a compound word. Govern meaning control, meaning mind. It's a compound word. They're losing the control over the earth, right? Let's see. I was playing with chat earlier. I remember the question I asked, is the American people losing confidence in the government? Let's see if we give me the same answer. Answer a few questions to him, then we get back to the scripture, right? It says, yes, overall, Americans have been losing confidence in the federal government for decades, right? And the recent data suggests that trend is still much very in place, but the full picture is a bit, you know how it do, right? But America is losing the control of its people. The people are they're waking up. Remember America had, at one point everybody was drunken off this place, right? Revelation 17:2 says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and to the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of fornication. So the earth is sobering up. That's why Jeremiah 51 talks about the nations are mad, because everybody is sobering up. Everybody is seeing how this great horse tried to bully and step on everybody next. But now we at the point this beast going down. They're tired of her. Remember, Revelation 17, it says they hate the whore. They hate her. Apostle John said, he said they hate her. They're gonna burn her with fire. But the Most High put in their hearts for them to get their power to be fulfill His will. But now when Trump deception and deceiving that work, or America in a sense, they want to run straight to their sword. They want to run straight to their birthright because their deception ain't tricking, deceiving people no more. It ain't that veil, that covering veil is being uplifted. Right? It's another thing I want to type in. I typed in right, let's see. Okay. It says, okay. Right. So it says, it's not quite accurate to say the U.S. is simply losing its world dominance, but it's facing more competition, shifting and a shifting global balance than it did in the past. Think less collapse and more relative change, right? Well, that's what it say. What's changing, right? They gave you something different earlier, but we'll go into it. It says, right? But I want you to see, right? Where's the U.S. still dominant? The military, because that's his sword. So when Trump can't deceive and trick and pass that cup, have everybody drunk out his fornication off his wine, guess what? He resort to his sword. He want to drop missiles. He want to do, but that's not part of the plan. It's not part of prophecy, right? It's not prophecy yet. Don't get wrong. Y'all gonna have a time where y'all go at each other. Most are gonna gather y'all up. Joel chapter 3. But right now, this place is going to decline day by day, and everybody going to see, right? Let's see. He gave me something different earlier, right? Let me put it let me type this down. So America is losing its influence. Right? Look, it says influence is more contested. Why? Because before everybody was drunken. Remember, before he was putting that cup to everybody's mouth, making them drink. Right? Remember, what it says, let's go to the book of Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2, start at verse 5. right? It says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine. What's that wine? His philosophy, his ways, his influence, his American policies. He go out and trick her, hey, do this, do that, do that, do this, right? And now they contest it. They don't want to hear it no more. You can't deceive us, trick us no more, right? It says he is a proud man, either keepeth at home, who largest desire is hell and his death. It cannot be satisfied, but gather into him all nations. He will turn all people, because he's trying to control everything, right? But these people are standing up to, remember, Russia and China are guarding to these people, right? Russia's guarding, even China, they're guarding to these people. So now America can't just run around bully people no more. His deception ain't working. His big bad bully, his never, you know, that one guy who never really got into a fight, but he's just tall and big and he speak a good game, right? You know, right? Hey, that's, you know, but America done did a lot of war. They did a lot of things, but at this point, these other countries could fight back, but they were so scared to fight that one guy. But now this one guy is being exposed. His ways has been exposed. So now all he want to resort to is using his big size to keep grabbing people and throwing them around. He don't truly want to punch. He want to just grab people and throw them around. That's how America is. America, when his deception don't work, when he can't easily talk junk to everybody and bully him, right? What do he want to do? He want to resort to his sword, man, right? It says, verse 6, it says, shall not all these take up a proverb like a parable against him, and taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? To him that ladder with thick clay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that they shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? He said, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of man's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all the door therein. It says, woe to him that covet an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil, right? It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people and sin against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer. Woe to him that built the town with blood, and established the city by iniquity. We know this is talking about Esau Edom, right? It says, behold, it is not for the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Behold, it is not of the Lord Yahweh of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. Here, so we get close to the point. Really, the point is verse 17, right? But we'll continue reading down. It says, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh as the waters cover the sea. And that's what's going on. The truth is going out. Esau's been exposed. They've been exposed to what they really are. See, they had everybody seized and tricked. You know, remember Iran dropped that video a while ago. That Apostle Hart post. They was basically they know who we are. They know who the Hebrew Israelites, right? It says, woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink. That's what America has been doing. That puts that bottle to him, making some drink. Also, that they might look on their neck. That's what they've been doing, getting them drunk. You know, spiking it. Now back the nations to a corner to where they ain't got to do nothing but follow to their ways, follow to their policy. But now these nations are standing up. It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, that thy force can be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and the shameful spoon shall be on thy glory. This was happening, right? Now they've been exposed. Now the shame coming on them. But they ain't taking it lightly. They want to go straight to the sword. They want to drop bombs. You don't listen to us? Bet I'm finna bomb this place. Right? It says, for the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of the beast which made them afraid because of men's blood, and for violence of the land and all that dwell therein. Right? So this is going to be up to them. And that's another one I wanted to grab. I think it's really, I'm grabbing an NLT. Right? But you seeing, man, this is what Trump want to do. America want to run to his sword when things don't go his way. But hey, we know this is downfall of this place. This place is over. This place is done, man. You know, it had its reign, it had its run, but now we in a transition period. This place is going down, and the nations are seeing it. You know, right here, yeah, that's what I want, right? So, Habakkuk 2:16, 17 NLT. It says, but soon it will be your turn to be disgraced. Now yet their turn. Come and drink and be exposed. They're being exposed, right? But they can't take it. So now they want to resort to their sword. They want to run to their sword because that's their power. That's how it controls everything. They bombing people's house, bombing, shooting. That's how they get over on everybody. Military power, military might. It says, drink from the cup of the Lord Yahweh's judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame, which we're seeing. It says, you cut down the forest of Lebanon. Now you will be cut down. You destroyed the wild animals, so now their terror will be yours. You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence. So now we at that point to where this place is at this point to America receiving this shame, right? Let's go to Isaiah 14, right? On that thy promise brought down to the grave. Verse 11, it says, thy promise brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy voles, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. I mean, this place is decaying, this place is dying, right? This place is dying. That promise brought down to the grave is pride, is arrogancy, is being brought down. You know, these other nations not falling for it no more. They ain't going for it no more. You know? So yeah, Trump want the nuclear code, man. He like, man, I'm trying to talk to them. They ain't listening to what I'm saying. They supposed to listen to what I say. Right, this is Isaiah 14:11. It says, your might and power are buried with you. The sound of the heart when your place has seized. Now maggots are your sheet and worms your blanket. Because these places dying, this place is falling, this place is decaying. You know? Now that he at this point, this place is falling down. His influence, his way ain't working no more. So you know his sword he got to come to his sword. You know, his sword is what kept him up, right? You know, now, what his sword, his deception was what kept it a peaceful control takeover. You know, that's what kept it. That's what kept. Now he got to resort to his sword to keep his power. You know, for so long, once again, you know, he had people so caught up in deception and allured in by his miracles. Thing says now he got to resort to his sword because the people ain't hearing no more. The people don't want to hear it no more. You know, the people, this place is being exposed. This place is being made bare. Jeremiah chapter 49, right? There's another piece that I wanted to grab. I want to see if it's in Psalm 73. There's another piece that I wanted to grab. Earlier, I was been the spirit going to this lesson, you know. Yeah, but now Trump is at his ending, man. Not only Trump, America's at his ending. Really saying, speaking on Trump a lot because I was reading an article about Trump, but another point, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I try to think of it. I can't really think of what else in the grab. But you know, that's really it. What I wanted to grab though, you know, about how, you know, how now America's at that point to where his deception don't work. You know, so now, you know, hey, people start looking, you know, people can start, you know, looking forward to, hey, America just coming down with great wrath. You know, Revelation 12:12 real fast. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the sea, of the earth and of the sea, because the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he has but a short time. That's what he knowing. He knowing his time is running out. So he don't got time for people to go. He don't got time for people to go against what they say. He don't got time for people to back out on this plan. You know, they want peace because they still got to insert a new world order. When you don't want to get in line, he like, you know what? Bring 3 bombs out. You finna just ruin them. We don't got time for that. You know, right? But hey, it's prophecy that has to be fulfilled. Trump can't trump prophecy. He can't stop what's already in order. He can't stop what's already ordained, man. You know. But he trying to use his sword to control and deceive and trick. But now his shame is showing. His nakedness is showing. He's been exposed. He's being made bare. We in a transitioning period of this place going down. We seeing it every day. Matter of fact, so we will title, you know, merodach is broken, man. You know, Bell is confounded, merodach is broken, because that's what it is. Matter of fact, let me grab it in T, man. That's what it is, man. This place is done. His influence, his control, all that, it don't work no more. These other nations are standing up to him. And you can tell they wouldn't. You can tell this place. You can tell this place. You can tell that they ain't have no. They ain't go by what Trump wanted to say. Cause why he trying to act in that way? Why he trying to bring his sword out? They supposed to be having peace talks. He trying to get his code. He trying to, cause they don't tell him what he want to say. America they ain't used to hearing that. They used to hear everybody bowing down to him. You know, right? This Jeremiah 50:2 in NLT. It said, this is what the Lord Yahweh says: tell the whole world and keep nothing back. That's what we doing. Prophesying day in, day out. Right? It says, raise a signal flag and tell everyone that Babylon will fall. Her images, her idols will be shattered. Her gods, Baal and Merodach, will be utterly disgraced, man. This place is going down. It's being exposed. America is falling apart. America's not the same. This goes back to when they 1969, 1970, when they tried to go up into space. Most High brought them down, man. And they've been falling ever since. We at the end of this thing. America don't got that dumbness no more. Right? And day by day you finna see this place. We in this slacky. We in the transition period of this place falling. Day by day you gonna slowly see how it's being exposed. That's why the people are scared now. The script saying Ezekiel, right? The place where it has no matter of fact, people who are at peace, right? Because the people ain't never really had warnings land. They ain't really have to worry about these problems in such a long time. Now they got to worry about what can happen in America, what can go down here. Right here, Ezekiel 38:11, it says, and thou shalt say, I will go to the land of the unwalled village, talking about America. America ain't got no real defense, nothing set up to really stop nobody from coming in here. It says, I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, right? Because America ain't never had warnings land. They ain't really had to worry about these problems. They ain't really had to worry about things like this going on. We supposed to be the big bad bully, right? America supposed to be the big bad bully. That's all thing like this going on, and people are losing confidence. People are losing hope. People are scared because they don't know what to do, right? Trump down there, Trump ass don't even know what to do. You got people saying he's losing his mind, man. They don't know what's going on. They used to, when they say, hey, stop, they stop it, right? It says that dwell safely, and all of them dwell without walls, having neither bars nor gates, man. They don't know what to do, right? Because why? We at the end of this place. It's over with. We need a transition period. Lord Willa, that you ready to head out here to count. Bring out this right here to close it out. 2 Ezra chapter 6, right? Starting at verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times? Or what shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? Let no man deceive you. Any means there should be a falling away first, and then the son of man or son of perdition be revealed, right? Man of wickedness, the man of sin, really paraphrasing, which is who? Esau, he's being revealed, right? We in that transitioning period of what? Esau going down and Jacob coming up, right? He said, unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob hand held first the hill of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, man. Most High taking the wise his own crafty. If you can't see everything they using to try to fight and stay afloat, Most High uses it against them to bring them down. If you can't see day by day this place is going down, hey, what Apostle Hart say? And if you can't see the end of this thing, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. You got to be a fool. This place is dying, right? This place is soon to be up in flames, man. So with that being said,